Hello guys, welcome back to another class. My name is Alexander Aran and I will teach you about the Portuguese with a simple and effective method that we will learn in a very effective way. So in this class we'll learn about the syllables. This video will be divided in two parts because it's a pretty long subject and I don't want you to overcharge you with information. So in the last class I told you about the alphabet and how it's pronounced. So you learn about the sounds of the individual letters. And now we'll learn about the sounds of two or more letters combined. The sound of the syllables. And I told you about the natural method that I want to introduce to pass through texts, through music in Portuguese. But before that, I think it's pretty important and it will turn our life a lot easier if you learn about the pronouns, if you learn about the sounds of the letters. So I want to focus on that, and I promise you that it will be worth it, because it will be a lot easier for us to read the text. And I just want to show this, the syllables and the alphabet. With that, we start to pass through texts and to incorporate more the natural method. So in this class, we'll learn about the basic syllables and explain the special cases. So the special cases are some letters, some syllables that I separate because I think they need a more deeply explanation. And then I will show you in this class why I decide to separate and why do I think that they are a bit more complicated, but not too much. And in this class also I'll teach you about the special case of C, H and Q, C, H and K. These are the syllables, the syllabus in Portuguese. So we have B, D, F, G, J, K, L, M, N, P, T, V, W, Y, Z. Through the syllables, I will pass a bit fast because you notice that pretty standard, all of them follow the same pattern and you just need to add the sound of the vocal. So we have B, and B we have the syllables ba, be, bi, bo, bu. Remember that in majority of times, Portuguese we have the open sounds, but sometimes we can find the closed sounds, like B instead of be, be, bo instead of bo. But train it with the open sounds, because it's majority of times will be open sounds. So ba, be, bi, bo, bu. If you want to train with the closed sounds, you can also do it. Ba, be, bi, bo, bu. Okay, so with D, da, de, di, do, du, or da, de, di, do, du, and just follow the pattern with the rest of letters. I'll just pass through 10 and pronouns, but I not focus on 10 too much because we have some things more important to teach. And F, fa, fe, fi, fo, fu, and G, G, ga, ge, gi, go, gu, J, ja, je, ji, jo, ju, K, ka, ke, ki, ko, ku, L, la, le, li, lo, lu, M, ma, me, mi, mo, mu, N, na, ne, ni, no, nu, P, pa, pe, pi, po, pu, T, ta, te, ti, to, tu, V, va, ve, vi, vo, vu, W, wa, we, wi, wo, wu. The W have the sound of the U, like you are putting a U. So wa, we, wi, wo, wu. So okay, wa, we, wi, wo, wu. Y that have sound of E, so you pronounce ya, ye, yi, yo, you. And Z, za, ze, zi, zo, zu. So you can repeat this part all the amount you want and train this all amount if you want. But I think it's pretty easy, pretty standard, all of them follows a pattern. So I just pass 10 to go to the special case that I told you. The letters that are here are the special cases. These are the special cases. C, H, Q, R, S, X. and why I do count 10 special cases and why did I separate them. So here I explain. The C have two ways to pronounce and have a unique graphic signal in Portuguese. The H don't have sound by themselves, but it gives sounds to another letters. The Q needs the letter U to have a syllable, and there's two ways to pronounce. The R have two ways to pronounce and can give sounds to another letter. And the same case occurs with S. The S have two ways to pronounce and can give sound to another letters. Then we have X that have 4 ways to pronounce. But don't worry, I will explain 10 case by case. So we start with C, H, and Q in this class. So, special case C, caso especial C. Okay, here we have the family of C. So we have K, Ko, Ku. And what about the CA and CE? CE and CE. These syllables have the sounds similar to English. C, C. So it's not K, K, Ki. It's K, Se, Si. K, Se, Si, Ko, Ku. And the C, I need to focus on pronouncing Portuguese. C. So the C have a special signal. It's not considered an accent in Portuguese. It's a signal. And only C have the signal. That's cedilha, called cedilha. And what does this signal do? The signal represents when the C have the sound similar to English. So we have C, C, these ones, Se, Si, and when the K, Ko, Ku have the cedilha, they will pronounce like the others. So Sa, So, Su. So we have K, Se, Si, Ko, Ku. And with the cedilha, we have Sa, So, Su. And the CE and CE does not have the cedilha. They don't need cedilha because by themselves they represent the sounds. So we have some examples here. We have the word cebola, that's onion in English, cebola. So you can find here the closed sound that I teach you. It's not cebola, it's cebola. And we have cebola, and we have cidade, that's city. So cidade. We have 2 syllables of D here. Da, de, di, do, do. Da, de, cidade. Cidade, that's city. And we have some examples with the cedilha. So the first one is taça. That's the glass, like the ones for wine, for alcohol, for drink. This type of glass. It's called taça. Taça. We have moço. That's a pretty popular word in Brazil that represents like dude, a young man. Moço. Hey, dude. It's a pretty informal way to call someone, but it's pretty popular in Portuguese. So moço. And here we can find out the closed sounds. Instead of moço, moço. Okay. And we have cupuaçu. That's an Amazonic fruit, this fruit here. And I chose this word because we have the 2 cases. We have cu and su in the same word. So, cupuaçu. Cupuaçu. Cu and su. Instead for C. Then we come to H, H, special case 8, caso especial H. So, as I told you, H doesn't have sound by their own. But it gives sounds to another letters, especially C, L, and N. So with the H, the C have these sounds: sha, she, shi, sho, shu. It's pretty similar with English when you see and say H, CH. So the family of C with the H become this way: sha, she, shi, sho, shu. Exemplos. We have bochecha, that's chic. We have the che and the cha. Bochecha, chic. We have China, that's China. But remember the pronunciations of the Portuguese vocals. I and A. China, China. We have chocolate, same, chocolate, but the open sound is chocolate, chocolate. And we have chuva, that's rain, chuva. With L, we do have the sounds that sound like brilliant, 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 lian. The sound of y. So we have la, le, lo. We don't have lu and we don't have li because in the Portuguese the sounds that sounds like li actually just use the L and E, L-E, don't have the H. So here we have some examples like bolha, that's bubble, bolha, and we have olho, that's eye, olho. So la, le, lo. And some word like familia, that's family, familia. It don't have the li, don't have H, it's just li, familia. But the E does have the sound similar to H. So, ya, lo. Then we have li, that sounds like li sometimes. And we have NH, NH, that we have nya, nye, and nyo. And have ni, that's do the same pattern of li. So, examples, it will sound like onion, 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 onion. Focus on the sound, onion, 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 onion. Did you perceive the evolution? Onion, onion, onion. So we have the words like galinha, that's chicken, galinha. Try to put an E here. Galinha, 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 galinha. Do this evolution. Galinha, galinha. And we have banho, that's bath. Banho, 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 banho. Perceive this evolution and train this. Train this in your house, banho. And we have the ni that does the same thing like li, as I said. And this is the special case of H. Then we have the Q, the que, caso especial que. So, the Q, as I said, it needs the vocal U to have a sound. So, with the U, we have the Q, the que, with the sound of K, like K, que, ki, ko. We don't have Q because we already have the KU and the CU. And the K needs the U to work. So it can't have two U's. Kuhu. It will be strange. So we just have K, ke, ki, ko, like the K. So, early, in the past times of Portuguese, we had this signal here. That's called the trema. So this signal represents some particularity that the QE and QE have, that sometimes they are pronounced like the English when the U is pronounced. So the U is not muted. So it is pronounced like que and qui. Que, qui. And this signal here usually represented these sounds when the word have these sounds. But it was extincted in Portuguese. They say they extincted it because it will be easier for the orthography and to write, and because all the Brazilians already know the words that have this sound of ki, ku. But unfortunately for someone that is learning Portuguese, you just will need to learn the words that have this sound. But I assure you that's not much. The general rule is that the que and ki almost 100 of times will be the sounds of the U muted. Just some words, some specific words, we have the sounds of the que and qui, but almost 100% we have the que and ki. And the words with ka and ko will be almost 100% pronounced qua and quo. So, qua, que, que, quo. Almost 100% of times we'll see them like this, pronounced like this. So instead of ka, que, que, ko, you learn qua, que, que, quo. And just sometimes this que, que will have the sound of que, qui. So exemplos. We have qualidade, that's quality. Qualidade. We have quem. Remember, que é, que. We just have qua and quo, but que don't pronounce the U. So quem is who. Quem. We have the word delinquente. That's one of the rare examples of the que, like pronounced like a que. So delinquente should be had an N here. Forgive me, it's delinquente, not delinquente. Delinquente. There's an N here. I forgot to put it. Sorry about that. But we have delinquente, that's like delinquent. Just pronounce the open sound. Delinquente. And we have like química, that chemistry. Chemistry. And the words that have que with qui, it's hairy. Pretty hairy words. So that is the special case que. Special case, caso especial que. For the homework, I will leave you with one mission. Take 3 random letters and find one word in Portuguese for each of their syllables. Then write in the comments and say if you had any doubt during this process. I will correct it and answer each comment. So if you picked B, L, and P. So we have the B, we have ba, be, bi, bo, bu. You will search one word for each of the syllables. One word that starts with ba, one that starts with be, one that starts with bi, and similar. Then we have L, one of the la, one of the le, one of li, and with P, similar. One with pa, one with pe, one with pi. Okay, and you will comment and I will correct. And if you had any doubt about this process, I will answer in the comments. And don't forget, leave your feedback. Deixe seu feedback. What can I improve? What do you expect to learn? Why do you want to learn Portuguese? Also, tell me, do you like when I give some historical curiosity to explain, or should I focus only and teach the rules? Like I told you about the trema that doesn't exist. I could do the class without it, but I wanted to introduce this for you. But do you like it, or do you just focus on teaching? So is that. See you later. Até a próxima.